So far, the reigning king for the summer edition of King of the Palace, Dean Sullivan, is hanging on tight to that 80% singles championship belt. This week, he is up against new competition. He decided not to qualify for a better position. So the question is, was it a smart decision, or will he regret it? There's only one way to find out.
Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace off-season, sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling and produced by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. I'm here this week with the returning champ, Dean Sullivan, who last week laid waste to the smack-talking Casey McCool. Now, he faces a new challenger, and no stranger to the King of the Palace, Mr. Brian Robinson. Brian.
Yes.
You're facing this man again.
Yes.
For the title.
Well, hopefully it goes a little better than last time. So, see how it goes. I don't want to use his catchphrase, so I'll let him do it.
Well, hopefully you don't stew Joe. Dino. Keith.
I'm going to throw the ball and let the pins fall.
That's it.
There is to it.
There you got Mr.
Brian, good luck.
Mr. Dean Sullivan, as cool as the other side of the pillow. Let's get to the action.
Say action.
Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace off-season, sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling, produced by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Up first, on lane number 3, Mr. Brian Robinson. He fired that ball right down the middle of the plate. Brian is qualifying score was a 572. He's the number 3 seed. His average is a 108. He comes from Timber Lanes and Union Street Lanes. He's been bowling for 30 plus years. His highest single is a 182. And his high trip is a 432.
Every time you say his last name, all I can think of is Meet the Robinsons. Have you not seen that movie?
You did ask Amber to talk more.
Yeah, but you know what? This coming from somebody who has never seen the Goonies. Brian on alley 4.
As soon as you said Goonies, I just thought Truffle Shuffle.
Exactly. But she doesn't know what that is.
I know what that is. I just haven't
She
seen
thought the Truffle
movie.
Shuffle was like
No,
when
I
there was
didn't.
truffles on sale.
Oh my
and she had
God.
to shuffle away in.
He throws the ball and there's 4
Little
horsemen
dancing
left.
chocolate treats.
Yeah.
I don't like this. You're not allowed to commentate anymore.
Famine and death still remain.
Talk about movie and dancing treats. All I think is let's go to the lobby right at the start of the movie.
Absolutely right.
Gets rid of him for the 10.
You have Dave Maddler on the mic, Sean Sears, Amber May, George, and Squirrely.
Squirrel.
Up now on alley 3, the returning champ, who last week defeated Casey Shemp McCool.
It was an interesting 7, 8, 10 with a lot of wood up there to play with.
Yeah, I
Cool
think,
shot to
there you go, looking at a monitor. Spray and pray. Oh,
Made him dance.
he sprayed, but if you got the pray.
I keep going to look
And
up
the
at
helicopter
the
crashed.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
As if Ted Kennedy were driving the helicopter.
Dean Sullivan.
While you're listening to the song Flight of the Mercedes.
Dean's been bowling for 45 plus years. His high single is 187. His high trip is a 450. His average is a 115. He comes from Leader Lanes and also Lakeside Lanes. Is the returning king.
Wow.
I can't
It doesn't
see.
carry the 9-pin.
I believe that 187 was an all-mark game in the Twin City as well.
Yeah, it was. I took score for that game.
Yeah, that was an awesome game.
That was nice.
He can definitely turn it on when he needs it.
That was the first time I've ever seen somebody get a mark in every single box.
Yeah, 11 of them too, because he threw a strike on the spare and the
spare and the, yep.
We can just say this, that Dean is no wise guy. Hey?
That took you a minute.
It's kind of like a Stooge reference night.
Oh, he wanted Stooge references. Oh.
I used to watch that.
Yeah, I did back in the day. Channel 38.
No, I did though.
Only wise guys are allowed in the booth.
Oh. I don't qualify if I'm a squirrel.
No, you're a wise guy. Brian's favorite leave is anything with wood, and his least favorite shot, leaves without wood.
Got wood on this shot.
So I guess you'd like to say that he likes to play with wood.
Not gonna go there with that one.
Nope.
What?
But he does with the wood in his balls, so that's all up to him. I'm not going there.
Nope, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
You okay there, Amber?
Yep.
I apologize
Fantastic.
in advance for the jokes. Hopefully I'm not going to be losing my money that I'm getting on this video.
Oh, no, it's all good. I would say the same thing on King of the Palace.
We are very entertaining.
That's right.
Well, they haven't been hit yet, so we shouldn't.
You know? Ooh!
How
There
does
it
that happen?
You throw the ball 60 feet down the alley, you hit your object pin, and you're left with that.
Finally! And
It
of
was
course-
bound to happen.
But of course, of all people, Dean did it.
No.
Yeah,
After
but Dean
all
kept a
this
straight
time,
face.
Dean was the one that did it.
I wouldn't have
No.
expected anything less.
Out for that.
$9.
You know, somewhere in the crowd I heard, "Oh, wise guy" from Casey McCool. I don't know what the hell that was all about, but
He's keeping score for the bowlers. Wow. We have scoring over here as well.
We got 5 Stooges commentating right now. Well, minus Sean. He's been pretty professional.
I'm trying, it ain't happening.
well, no, he did make the reference of the balls and wood.
He's not gonna go there, and I'm not either.
Don't have to. We already did. Just
I'm
saying.
not touching that one.
There you go.
Nice shot.
First mark of the string.
After 4, Brian's at 38. Dean's working on a spare at 37. Yeah, compared to last week where all the guys were starting off on fire, this one's a little bit slower of a start.
I think Dean was just trying to like put somebody in their place for
All the smack talking.
smack talking. Yeah.
As we call that on this channel, that David Letterman left.
But you know what it is I kind of like the smack talk. You know.
Which one's Jay Leno and Johnny Carson?
That's in reference to the gap in his teeth.
Oh,
What about the great Karnak?
I don't even know what you're referring to.
I don't either.
He's Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson.
Karnak the Magnificent.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, is that when he wore the turban on his head?
Yeah, the great
Okay.
Karnak.
Now I know what you're talking
Put the
about.
envelope to the head.
I see what you're talking about.
That's all right.
We know who the 2 oldest people in this booth are.
There was an
I'm
instance.
like 4 years older than you.
I was gonna say, are you like 2 years older than me?
Oh, there it is
How does that
again.
happen?
Oh, we missed it.
I'm the
missed
oldest.
that, Harmon.
I'm the oldest cat in the booth. I guess I'm like Steve.
And I'm about a month behind him.
I think I'm just the youngest wherever I go.
I think my favorite moment on this show was when I think I had 2 spread eagles in a row, and Steve was flipping out.
I think actually Steve stood up.
Yeah, and you were rooting for another one. And he's
Yeah.
like, please don't. And then Aaron threw one. I think it was Aaron.
I wanted to see if I couldn't like get him to have like defibbed.
Just wait for him
So
to
nice.
just wait for him to stomp down the lanes and just
Oh.
knock the pins down in disgust.
That's a nasty
bad
leave off
luck.
of a head pin shot.
You hit your object pin 60 feet away, and you get penalized for it.
You know, I kind of miss Steve joking around with him because sometimes we'll talk and he just won't get it, and he'll be like, "Yo, we talking. Dennis and I will be talking, and all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, Steve will be like, "What was that?"
Okay, in my defense, I don't know what some movies are that are like really old or something like that. Steve didn't know what a moon pie was.
I don't want to remember that episode.
You know why that whole thing started, don't you?
Yes, I do.
There's a reason I brought it up.
That was actually kind of funny. Never forget the full moon.
Blaze is trying to right now.
Oh, nice
What a
pickup.
shot by Dean.
So for those of you who are wondering what the heck we were talking about, I'll tell you what we were talking about. We were filming an episode of King of the Palace, and there happened to be a bowler that every time he threw the ball, his derriere, bright white derriere, was hanging out. So that's where the whole moons over Miami came into play, and the moon pie, and right? The Blue Moon Diner.
Yeah, all of that came out right there.
Yep. Oh, nice
What a
pickup.
shot by Brian.
So now you know.
Oh, he needed that. It's his first mark this string.
Hey, throws,
Yeah, Dean's turning it on. He needs to start.
throws a strike on this.
Throwing a few of them.
Could be a very interesting match.
Or not. MK
Bouncing his
to
ball.
the right.
Yeah, I've noticed that the last couple he's dropped a little bit early.
Must be those new pro rubbers.
Oh, look what
man.
you make.
No?
I'm not touching. Nope.
Wow.
Hey, tough way to 130 up there.
Sean doesn't come on anything fun.
I don't think he heard you.
No, he just said.
No, I know you. I don't think Blaze.
I'm not talking about Brian's pro rubbers, how he throws the balls into the wood.
Oh my.
No, I just turned around. He says he's been bouncing the ball. I'm like, must be those new pro rubbers.
Aw,
That
we
was almost
got to
another
say
one.
It again.
No? This is a
How
difficult
does
shot
that
right here.
almost happen?
This is a pretty
That'd be
difficult
a
shot right
stretch.
here.
With the wood behind. Oh, if
I
that
don't
wood
know,
stayed
that's-
up on the 3, it might have been a little bit easier.
Let's look at the monitor 3000.
Hey, look, they're all standing again.
Wow.
And if for some reason I can't get the video signal to go from behind the masking unit to here, just get that initial frame and then it just dies.
Dean off to the right.
It's getting a lot of action off the head pin.
Leaves the 1-2-10 with a piece of wood resting up against the one.
It's usually what happens when you hit it the right way.
Speaking from experience here.
Oh.
Not
Beautiful
much of
shot.
it today.
Now the question is, can he keep it up? Probably this game, but through the whole ladder.
After 8, Brian is at 77 plus a ball. Dean's at 84 plus a ball.
Brian really needs to keep the marks up.
Off. Wow.
Oh, it's barely.
That's one
I
heck
was
of a
gonna
way
say
to
he's
get an
made the
MK.
last 2-3 drops he's had, so
That's one way to pick it up. Like that.
Poor horseman. What?
nothing. I was just laughing because you were just like 4 words. Whoa.
Good out.
And he leaves war standing.
That chair's wall.
Yeah. Last thing
Since you guys can't see it, Sean almost just fell on his butt.
the chair kind of,
Buckle a little bit.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Probably shouldn't have eaten that apple fritter.
Yeah, just because it's so used to Dennis's butt sitting in that chair. Probably the ghosted Nuzzo.
Well, he wanted to be mentioned on the show. He got his wish.
Yeah, Nuz, we miss you, kid.
Wait. You weren't here, that's why you weren't mentioned.
With that, Brian finishes with a 99. Dean's at 84, working on the mark right now.
It's gonna be a pretty tight match.
Dean can throw another mark out there. Definitely puts a big gap that Brian's gonna have to work to catch up on.
Wow, the reverse of the last time.
It's a 7, Phil.
I think he can hear you. Say it louder.
No, you. During the qualifying, Sean got like every spare with a 7, Phil.
Yeah, that seems to be my go-to fill today.
Hey, 7 fills are not bad.
No.
I had about, I think 4 6 fills, 2 5 fills, and a 2 fill today.
I had a 1 fill today.
Might not want to mention that.
No.
I thought he was going to leave that leave again.
I love when you put like 15 marks on there, you get all 2 and 3 fills.
You leaving the 1-2?
That's probably why I missed my.
That's it. Dean finishing off the 10th box with a 110 plus a ball.
Few pins that Brian's going to have to make up.
Yeah.
That 8 fill, Dean finishes the first game at 118. Brian finishes at 99. Dean's got a 19-pin lead going into the second game.
We could just go back in time. I can fix that for you, Sean.
And away we go. And 7.
What's Steve call that? The Mongo?
Mongol. One of the
Mongo.
6
12 and a half of
Mongols,
it
I think.
says.
Mongo. I don't know.
All I know is they're much easier to hit when they have 7 other friends with them.
Tricky triangle.
I don't know when I want to see him.
You say the frickin' triangle.
Tricky triangle.
Tricky triangle.
I think he might be bowling at
shot.
the mix.
I'm like,
Hey, please.
Dean on LA 4.
Probably. I'll text Aaron.
Oh!
I usually head back there and say hi.
Again, opposite wing, spread eagle that had its wing shot off partway.
Oh, nice spin.
Spread eagle minus the talon. Is that the terminology Steve uses?
I think so. Wow, you remember that?
You hear it enough times, it gets in your head.
Like, yeah.
And now, for the rest of the show, the history of why the pins are so far from the...
No!
No.
Up now in Alley 3, Mr. Brian Robinson.
In September or October, chances are you get to hear all that again.
I do miss him. He's a good
We all
guy.
do.
He's healing up. Oh, there we go. My favorite shot.
Miola's ice cream stand.
When Brian's not bowling, he's a computer analyst. He also enjoys poker,
Oh, what
Nice.
a pickup.
board games, and visiting breweries.
Tongue twister?
What's that?
Tongue twister?
Yeah. Breweries. And if he can do it, which is the king of the palace, anybody can do it.
Another 3 fill?
See you. I was thinking. You're talking about the next. I was thinking lead basement.
You.
Because you forgot to take his half a high single. That is the finger of God.
That would be no more.
Dean bowls on the RFAA League, in the Summer Attorney League. His favorite shot is a strike. His least favorite shot, anything still standing. When he is not bowling,
Yeah,
he's
I
a
can
construction foreman.
I could even drop it off at Lucy's tonight. They'll keep it in their office.
He also enjoys hunting, fishing, golf, and the family.
Looks like we got another squirrel sighting.
I'm just saying,
He is a hunter.
the squirrel's going out on a limb. It's in the crosshairs.
Good job, Squirrel.
Oh, what a bid.
Squeaky door.
Not a lot of marks in this one. Kind of quiet so far.
Yeah, they started off slow last game too. Hopefully they pick it back up in the back half. Brian's gonna need to close down that gap.
Dean's got a 9-pin lead.
After 2.
Oh.
It's definitely still anybody's match. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
I honestly believe Miola's ice cream stand is halfway between.
Oh,
what
nice
a
bid. I saw that thing curving in. I thought he had all of them.
He almost got 2 in a row in terms of the half Worcester conversions.
What are you doing?
This is just the chair.
What are you talking about?
It's like being at an amusement park. I don't know how Nuzzo does it.
He doesn't move.
I think he likes the feel of it.
And I'm speechless.
That's one way to do that.
It's a.
Wow, look at this.
Oh man.
Not bad for an ocean ball.
Not after you see the wood behind the pin.
Middle finger, no more.
Just the head pin with all that wood behind it?
Yeah. A lot of wood behind that.
Opposite Dean's 10, this is a really big fill right now.
Should suck the match right in pretty close.
Oh, there it is.
Rack's a rack.
That's good, Phil.
Yeah, it's not too shabby.
Pretty much can't get better than that.
Right now, Dean's got a 1-pin lead.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Brian's got it.
Ryan's got the 1-pin lead. My apologies.
And working on a strike too. Dean's gonna have to turn it back on.
Dean might have wanted to qualify.
Oh, he's got an interesting leaf feel with that wood.
Dean can turn it on in a moment's notice.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I don't think he expected to miss that.
Oh, what? How did that go down?
Now that is a legitimate issue. That's a legitimate point where you can bring up, how does that happen? Legitimately, how does that happen?
A little full for Dean.
Dean leaves the 2, 4, 6, 10. No wood on the deck.
Aces and 8s.
Aces and 8s. Oh, I thought he had it.
Hell of a bid.
Mix it up.
One good thing Dean's been doing in these matches is he's been pinning well even when he's not marking.
Yeah, but unfortunately, pinning well
And as you can see on the scorecard,
isn't going to work versus marks.
he has got a microwave turkey dinner in his plate.
It's not a frozen microwave turkey dinner.
Yeah, that's pretty much how they come. They're not as good as an actual turkey dinner, but...
Oh, another ocean ball.
Is it a Swanson or a Hungry Man?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're going traditional, you gotta go Swanson.
Yeah.
Although nothing beats the old-fashioned...
picks up the 1.5.
Nothing beats the old-fashioned ones that were in the aluminum foil trays. That you put in the oven. They were
Brian-
actually pretty halfway decent.
Brian's definitely making a comeback now.
Yeah, there's 3 marks in a row for him.
We actually may see the champ fall.
Looks like when Dean's throwing the ball, the pins will not fall.
Yeah.
And a 10.
After 6, Brian's at 95, Dean is at 58. Brian has an 18-pin lead.
What you got?
18.
Although actually
needs
this
ball.
part of the neighborhood's cleaned up quite a bit.
He needs to turn it on. Is what he needs to do.
I mean, if you want to double check my math. But
No, you guys get the same scores.
yeah. 58 plus
I want to
19.
double check your math. Really? Nice.
Oh, what a
nice
shot by
shot.
Dean. 7-10 split.
That was a beautiful pickup right there.
Now I can see the 10 pinners watching this say, oh, you're using wood to make it though.
Well, I'd rather use wood than oil.
Plus, like I said, I have nothing against 10 pin because I do it.
Oh, what a
nice
fill.
pickup.
It's way easier to get a strike in 10 pin.
Well,
Way
yeah,
easier.
since you have fatter pins and a
Fatter pins and a
way
fat
bigger
ball.
ball.
When I
Gee.
play that, I'm grown up on candle pins. It just looks so wrong when I play it.
All over it, like white on rice.
We
It
did
almost
say
seems like I'm cheating when I play.
White rice
Right.
sounds really good right now.
Funny thing is, by laws of average, that's my worst discipline.
Hungry Amber.
Blaze mentioned Chinese food, and now, you know, it's in my brain. I ate a muffin for dinner, okay?
Dave, you did say Dean can turn it on, and once he found out he was down,
Yeah,
spare 9, spare.
yeah, but you know what? Now he's got to keep it. Brian's going to try to keep this lead.
Just missed it.
If he pulls it off, the thing is, can he keep it going?
How ironic is it that a cupcake ate a muffin?
That sounds almost cannibalistic, kind of.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sicko.
Wait, did I just get called a cannibal now?
For those of you wondering what he's talking about, in the previous week, Amber was eating a muffin, and that's pretty much where the joke comes from.
What was it after? What is it now?
7.
+7?
Yep.
I swear this is going to turn into a Jerry Springer show in any moment.
I hope so. Ratings will go through the roof.
Unfortunately, I would not be able to show it on YouTube.
Oh, why not?
They have a policy against showing fighting.
No violence.
Just blur it out.
But that doesn't mean the video will go away. It'll just be on Facebook.
So if you do, so if you do a stooge slap, you have to edit it.
If it were any serious fighting, it could be someone could flag it, and then the video could be taken down. I could lose monetization on everything.
What about
in 6 months?
What about a random finger in the eye?
Ow.
You know, boom, boom,
Same
boom.
thing.
Yeah. Really?
Just gotta put your hand up to block it.
Yeah. There you go.
Now, the thing is, if I had millions of subscribers and millions of views,
Oh, 8 fell.
That
and was a
actually.
YouTube celebrity, I could get away with anything.
Oh.
This is small potatoes.
So we can't swear.
Slam that wood.
Well, try not to.
Didn't
but
sound right.
Oh, nice pickup.
That's okay. I think there was enough coverage audio, so nobody heard that. But with that filled,
That you wanted a cupcake?
What?
she just said smack the wood.
Oh, it is candlepin
Now they
bowling.
know.
If you're
With that-
making something out of it that it really isn't, then you've got a dirty mind.
Then I say
Met us?
thank you.
You could also say that too.
With that 8 fill, actually, in the last box, Dean took a 2-pin lead going into the last 2.
Really?
Down the
But
stretch he
Dean
comes.
needs this. The
Dean can get at least a 6 out of this. It'll force Brian to have to mark once. Brian is gonna need to mark in order to. Brian's gonna need to mark in order to have a shot. With that, Dean finishes with a 116. Brian's sitting at 112, down by 2 box to box. Needs a mark. Needs to get 23 to tie, 24 to win. Oh, and there it is. Oh, that's a way to wreck the rack there.
That's a pressure ball right there.
Needs 13 more pins to tie, 14 to win. 7 Phil does it.
So far 6.
That'll do it.
Wow.
And with that, we're gonna have a new champ.
The reigning champ has just been.
Should have qualified.
Yeah. Then. Yeah. I agree. Well, when the smoke clears, we will have a new King of the Palace off-season champion.
Final score is Brian 246, Dean 234.
Want to thank everybody for tuning in to Watch Me Suck at Bowling. This is a special edition of King of the Palace. Now, let's go meet the winner. Welcome back, everybody, to the off-season King of the Palace. I'm here with Brian Robinson, who defeated the reigning king, now former king, Mr. Dean Sullivan. Brian, great bowling, kid.
Yeah, thank you. Got some breaks the last string. Hopefully, we'll keep it going forward.
Nice. And next week, you face another great bowler in Sean Sears, man. Should be a great match.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. Even shorter than Dean.
Wow. Man, are fewer words. Talk about no stooging around.
It looks like the king probably should have qualified, but then again, who knows how that could have possibly turned out. Having to climb the ladder, it's very likely and usually does, and did today, the king falls off the ladder. In next week's episode, Brian Robinson is going to face the number 2 seed, Sean Sears, with the 5-game roll-off of 588. Will Sean be able to knock Brian off the ladder, or will Brian make Sean Sears file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy? We'll find out next week on King of the Palace Summer Edition. The following has been a Kingpin Productions presentation, produced by George F551's World of Crap. The scores displayed on screen came from official scorecards.